Hey, Scott. Hey, Ethan. Good changes coming, is it? How are you? Um, Feeling really anxious today, but good overall. Howdy ho. Hey, Harper. Hey, Abby. Hey, Arflu. Uh, hey, Chloe. Hey, Liam. Hey, Tequila. Nice, Harflu. Hey, Rose. Doing okay? Yeah, I'm doing okay. A little anxious today. Is it bad that I still think of Bad Liam anytime I hear that name? And it sucks, but it is what it is. And Taco. I don't think of a caption for this talk. Anxious about. Um, we'll talk about it on the live, I guess. Hey, Shui. Hey, Mariah. Hey, Patty. Thought you fell asleep. I mean, it's definitely possible. Trying to avoid napping to. Oh, okay, Neely. Trying to avoid napping to my sleep cycle intact. Okay. Hey, James. Hey, Caffeined. Automod held a message. Oh, Caffeined, you should have let me read that for the content. My first pre-show. What is this crown thing? Do I have superpowers? I don't know what that is. Community leaderboard. What's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out. Top 3 get special badges in the live. You need to collect experience points or XP by sending live chat messages or sending super chats and super stickers. Oh, go. Hey, American. I'm going to claim I have superpowers. Oh, hey, Rissa. I don't know what to put in this caption. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, Liam, we did on live. Which caption for the TikTok I'm posting? It's not about Taco Trump. It's actually about a Florida law that I'm going to be talking about a little bit in the live. The Jordan Peterson bit isn't even worth watching. The clips of that made me want to stop existing on this plane of existence. Okay, I think I got it. Okay. The law making gold and silver legal tender? No, that's not the one I'm talking about. Didn't look so serious. I was just trying to lock in. Okay. I didn't even look into this gold silver legal tender thing. How does that even work? Like you're running a store and someone brings a little piece of gold in. What are you supposed to do? Weigh it? When is YouTube giving us subs on here? Honestly, YouTube is giving me the option to do it, but I felt bad activating it because I haven't done any perks for subs. I mag at it and only read the headline. Bill specifies that businesses accepting gold must be licensed and that check cashiers and money service businesses have to accept it. Okay, so not all businesses. All right. Kind of curious why people seem to prefer YouTube over Twitch. YouTube, you can pause, you can rewind. There was some good news drops today. Good. Yeah, I did see the tariffs got blocked. Or like Trump's ability as president to unilaterally issue new tariffs got blocked. I did see that. They appealed and the tariffs are staying. Tariffs are unblocked now. Oh, wait. So that's not good news. Giving the power back temporarily. At least until it goes through the court. Oh, okay. Well, that fucking sucks. All right, I'm gonna go live on TikTok. Ugh.
First, yes. Did you post the video? Third?
Hey everyone. You post the video? I just did. Thank you for the reminder,
Hey,
though,
Dan and
Liam,
Char.
because I definitely do forget.
Ninth?
3rd, 9th?
Hey guys. Chat.
What are we talking about?
HII.
Hey, Chloe Bug.
Hey everyone. Let me holla at ya holla la 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 la.
Hey, Rissa.
Dan the Goat.
Lynn. Hey, Chris. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you, Mariah, for the reminder.
Malek, Obama 2028. Howdy ho. Everyone send
Hey,
your
Mac.
hard me. Don't forget to collect those points too.
Thank you,
The
Neely.
audio always seems to be better on TikTok. Anyone else? No problem. Tap, follow and share the live. Hi bro.
Hey, bro. I live in Florida. Oh, okay.
You
Well,
see Elon's opinion on the
I
big
might have a
beautiful
job
bill?
for you. You might have to call
What
your
up,
local
Dan?
representative.
Come on, man.
Thank you, STLA.
Hello peeps.
Hey, Rome. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay. We got a couple
At
things.
LRDC02 I've been seeing so many Trump and Elon breakup videos.
Well, let me turn off the voices, the text to speech. I'm live hopping. Hey, Starscream. Hey, Chris. Okay. Hey, Slary. So, I'm a little bit. I'm feeling really anxious today. I think. No, I have not, Monica. What's up with the Taco Trump meme? So Taco stands for Trump always chickens out, which is apparently what people on Wall Street are calling him because he always chickens out on the tariffs. Yeah, and a reporter asked him about it, and he got like super triggered. It was really fun to watch. But yeah, okay. So for those of you that have been following for a bit, I don't know, like a month or two ago. Yeah, I'm okay, Slurry. A month or two ago, we were officially diagnosed with ADHD. So I've been trying. So we've been trying to find like the sweet spot, I guess, for Adderall, assuming that it worked for me at all. And today was really interesting. Today and yesterday I thought were really interesting. I felt myself being a lot more focused and capable to get stuff done, but I also feel a lot more anxiety. So it could be just I need some getting used to. Hey, Brittany. 87 trillion, yeah. 87 trillion is insane, Chris. So it could be that I just need to get used to it. It could also be, the dose is off. Could be that I should do something else. I don't know. But where I am right now is I can't do a full politics live. I'm a little too anxious for it. So there's a couple things that I wanted to focus on. Thank you, Steph. Maria Lana Kinter. Sure. Okay. I think the anxiety is the same for my husband. So yeah, there's a couple things I want to focus on, and I'm also gonna like talk about some of my life updates. I guess. Oh, sorry, YouTube and Twitch. Let me get rid of the big blue box. Big blue box. Okay. So first of all, we have two stories out of Florida. One is kind of funny and weird and very Florida, and the other one is actually super important. And if you're from Florida, I would really appreciate if you called your representative about it. So we'll do the funny and weird one first. So Governor DeSantis signs bill to make gold and silver legal tender in Florida. On Tuesday, he signed a bill to start the process of making gold and silver legal tender in Florida. Starting July 1st of next year, the bill requires all coins to be stamped with weight, purity, and mint of origin. It specifies that using it or accepting it is optional. This is, when we read on, you'll see that in some cases it's not optional, but hang on. Purchases of precious metal would be exempt from sales tax, but gold and silver could be used to pay other kinds of taxes. The governor argues metals are a protection against the falling dollar, which he sees as a risk given perennial deficit spending in Washington. He points out gold has tripled in value since 2015, while because of inflation, paper money is buying less. This is our ability to give you financial freedom, to be able to protect yourself against the declining value of the dollar. Tampa Bay Coin and Precious Metals owner displayed several bars, each weighing at 100 ounces. You can't print this out of thin air, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So long story short, bill specifies that businesses accepting gold must be licensed and that check cashers and money service businesses have to accept it. So it's not entirely optional. Certain places have to accept gold and silver. DeSantis addressing the people's issues. Oh, yeah. As a reminder, if you live in Florida, you know the issues that we have. Our infrastructure and our infrastructure is not prepared for the worsening of these hurricanes due to the effects of climate change. More importantly, or maybe not more importantly, but also importantly, we have like one insurance provider left in the entire state of Florida. Every other insurance provider has left because hurricanes keep getting worse and worse, and it becomes impossible for them to accurately predict how much to charge in premiums. So there's like a massive insurance crisis in Florida right now, and Ron DeSantis is passing shit like this. Now, you might be wondering, well, Florida's got to be doing something right. And in some cases, and in this case, I would say yes. So in this case right here, there's a 35-year-old law in the books in Florida that finally, after many failed attempts, the legislature passed a bill to overturn it. So this law is what people call the free kill law, and we're going to read about it right now. Three years after her father's death, 33-year-old Sabrina Davis is still fighting for his life. If it keeps somebody else from being in my position, then it's worth it, Davis told investigative reporter Katie Legron recently. I believe that he would want me to keep going and not give up on this because he knew what it was. I knew what it was. Sabrina is talking about what happened to her father in October 2020. 62-year-old Keith Davis, who was on a blood thinner and had a history of blood clots, went to a Tampa hospital after his knee swelled up to a point he couldn't walk. A picture Sabrina provided to us before her dad went to the ER shows her dad's left leg extremely swollen and red. But Sabrina said despite their request to do an ultrasound for blood clots, the doctor refused and instead ordered physical therapy. They thought my dad needed bed rest. They thought he might have pulled a muscle. It was red and it was swollen. It was so obvious that it was more than a pulled muscle. A few days later, on the same day her dad was scheduled to be discharged, Sabrina got the call. They said, your dad is code blue. He has no pulse and he's not breathing. What would you like us to do? I was like, you have the wrong patient. My dad is fine. I just spoke to him. He's being discharged today, she said. That morning, Sabrina's father died. An independent autopsy later revealed her father had suffered a blood clot in his left leg that traveled to his heart and ultimately killed him. I look back and I'm like, Dad, you knew it. You were sitting there with a clot. We both knew it. We both asked and nobody listened, Sabrina said. But after making several calls to attorneys, Sabrina was shocked to learn none of them would take on her father's case. After 8 lawyers told me your dad is single and you're over the age of 25, we can't help you, I started to think, am I explaining myself wrong? Are they not understanding me? And now we get into the law. Critics call it Florida's free kill law. According to Florida statute, I don't know how to read these. Is it 768, section 21, paragraph 8? I don't know how to read these, but it's called the Wrongful Death Act is another way to look it up. The Florida Wrongful Death Act. If someone 25 or older dies and they're unmarried due to medical malpractice, they cannot sue for pain and suffering. Florida is the only state in the U.S. with such a law in place. Since Sabrina's father was unmarried and she was 30 years old, at the time, the state law essentially banned her from seeking justice over her father's wrongful death. Okay. I may have misspoken in my video. Hold on. Don't get me wrong, it's still bad. If anything, it's worse, but
35 years ago, Florida passed the Wrongful Death Act. This law prohibits families from filing medical malpractice cases if the loved one that died due to medical malpractice is unmarried and over the age of 25. Florida is the only state in the country that has a law like this. After years of failed attempts, earlier this month, Florida legislators finally voted to overturn this law. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, my governor, plans on vetoing the bill that would overturn what many call Florida's free kill law. Families affected by this law, who've lost loved ones due to medical malpractice in the state of Florida, have been trying to meet with Governor DeSantis to persuade him not to veto this bill. But he has not responded to any of their requests to meet. I have no faith in Governor DeSantis. However, the state legislature does have the power to overturn his veto. So if you live in the state of Florida, please contact your local representative and make sure that they vote to override Governor DeSantis' veto. Remind them that they work for us, the citizens of the state of Florida, and not the lobbyists from the healthcare industry or the insurance industry. 35 years ago, Florida passed...
Yeah, I'm going to put a correction in the comments. Look at the comments. But did someone correct me? I'm watching this live right now. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna put a comment real quick. So how are doctors held accountable? They aren't, unless the person filing the malpractice case is under 25 or a spouse. They aren't. It's the only state in the country that has a law like this. And the Florida state legislature voted overwhelmingly to overturn this bill, but DeSantis wants to veto it. Florida's wild, yeah. But they're pro-life. Yeah, so the argument, by the way, the argument from DeSantis is that this will increase the cost of medical malpractice insurance. But more than 3 decades after the law took effect in the state, no data suggests that the law has worked to accomplish any of these. Oh, okay, sorry. Let me read this part first. Passed in 1990, the law was originally created to attract doctors to Florida by protecting them from getting sued over medical malpractice and rising medical malpractice premiums. But more than 3 decades after taking effect in the state, no data suggests that the law has worked to accomplish any of those goals. In fact, since 1990, federal data shows Florida consistently ranks among the top 3 states for the total number of medical malpractice cases filed and the total dollar amount paid out. In addition, medical malpractice insurance costs for doctors in Florida also continue to be among the highest nationwide.
Come on, man.
Thank you, Brittany. So, If you live in the state of Florida, Florida, I had it. I think it was Florida House, FL House. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. flhouse.gov/find your representative. Okay. I'm gonna put it in chat, and hopefully TikTok lets me pin it. If you live in Florida, go there. Make sure the reps know, because I don't have any faith in DeSantis. I would tell you to email DeSantis or call DeSantis. I don't think he gives a fuck. Thank you, Epic, for the mic champ. So if you live in Florida, contact your state representatives and make sure that they vote to override the veto, because they do have the power to override his veto. Wait, where did the pin go?
Come on, man.
Did I exit out? Not approved? Fucking TikTok, man. TikTok filtered it, I think. Okay, hold on. Not approved. Okay. Oh. flhouse.gov/find your representative. TikTok's not letting me pin it, but y'all know the move. You put a ... after the link, it should work. Oh, okay. W. Kai. I didn't know that. TikTok just wants you to be mysterious about your links. Okay. I think we need to post pictures of representatives more and what district they represent so that people can be more familiar with the names and faces. I agree. Okay. I'm sorry, all. I know this live is not going to be as entertaining as normal, I guess. But okay. So I got a few life updates. FTTG, just come back tomorrow, bro. I'm not doing debates tonight. Sorry. Okay. Few life updates. So for those of you that
Come on, man.
I don't know who said that. Vicky, thank you for the hat and mustache. Few life updates. So, I don't know if y'all remember, but was it last month? A few weeks ago, I went to the neurologist to talk about the issues I've been having with my memory. And the neurologist gave me like 5 referrals in order of I guess relevance, in order of urgency. I don't know, something like that. So the 5 referrals were, Dan, in order of priority, I guess is a good way to put it. 5 referrals were: first, blood work, make sure I'm not missing some kind of micronutrients that affect memory. Second was an MRI. Third was me trying to remember what they were. Okay. Blood work, MRI. Third was a sleep study. Make sure that even if I am getting 8 hours of sleep, I might not be getting restful sleep, right? If I have sleep apnea or something like that. fourth was an EEG, and then fifth was like a last ditch effort thing. And the fifth one, she said, don't even do it unless you do all of like the non-medical stuff too. And we're gonna go over that just because I've been putting off reading all this stuff, and I figure you guys might be able to peer pressure me into reading it. But hey, Quinn. Okay. So, did the sleep study, have not heard back. Did the EEG, have not heard back. Today, my neurologist messaged me and said that the blood work was all good. So, judge ruled 14 states can move forward to sue Elon and Doge. Nice. Hey, Danielle. So, this was both good news and bad news. It was good news because, okay, blood work is good, rules something out. But it was bad news because did chat see the frog in the background of Trump? Yeah, I saw it. I put it in the Discord. But I noticed that she didn't message me about the sleep study, and she didn't message me about the EEG, but she did message me about the blood work. So obviously, Neely, Vanessa's trolling. Okay. So like, I guess that might be a some cause of my anxiety today. For those that are here, the reason I'm doing a short live today is because my anxiety is kind of like through the roof, and I don't really have any headaches. No. I can't. You okay, bro? So I got to do blood work and an MRI. For what? I was gonna say, that's the other piece of news. This morning, my MRI was denied by my insurance, and I canceled the appointment. Make sure my brain is still there. Oh, okay. So same reason as me, basically. Neuropsych for testing. Probably psilocybin helps with stress and anxiety. So psilocybin's definitely on my list of things I would try. I just obviously haven't had an opportunity to yet. Insurance is ridiculous, yeah. Now on the one hand, okay, I really didn't want to do an MRI based on what it is. It sounds very uncomfortable. And number two, the with insurance cost to me would have been like between $500 and $600. I can't remember the exact number, like $550. So like, it was almost like, okay, well, thank you, insurance company, for making the decision for me. I'm relieved in that case. But I mean, if the MRI would have illuminated stuff, then so I don't know. Stress, lack of sleep, anxiety can all cause depression and memory issues, as you probably know. Yeah. Ashwagandha. I've been taking ashwagandha for a while now. We should talk. I'm always down to talk to you, TikTok. EEG results? I don't know yet. So my follow-up with my neurologist is in July. And she didn't message me dehydration. I don't think so. I drink a lot of water. Neuropsych does cognitive function testing. Oh, okay. Bren, that was number 5. That was the thing that she said, if you go through everything and still there's no improvements, high blood pressure, I mean, kind of. Also try lion's mane. So I actually have lion's mane powder that I got from TikTok Shop, but my problem is my memory, and I keep forgetting to take the lion's mane powder. So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, I guess. I've had numerous MRIs, and I didn't think anything about it. Just laid there and waited till done. Anyone checking your blood pressure? Put all your medicines in one spot and set alarms. Well, this isn't exactly a medicine. It's like a powder, and I was putting it in my overnight oats, but then I forgot that I eat overnight oats. Like, I literally used to eat overnight oats every other day, and I forgot that I do that, like, completely. I just totally forgot. ADHD hack is to put medicine in a fun container. Ignoring the alarms gets too easy. Oh yeah. Oh, that was another thing. So another update is that one of the non. Do you have ADHD? Yeah. Ask for the open or floating MRI. It's the way I can do them with my claustrophobia. Dan, you or all of us. Do you feel symptoms are getting worse and weakness in extremities? I don't know about weakness in extremities. Hey, what's up?
Hey man, what's going on? So I do a lot of MRIs. I do them typically, if not every year, every other year. I've got to do one soon. There's a lot of tips. Like you can ask them for drugs. They'll give you anti-anxiety drugs if you ask them nicely. Just tell them, hey, I'm claustrophobic, and is there anything you do to help me out? They're not that. Actually, they suck. They suck really bad. But I don't know. Take a gummy, you go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, if it went through, I was gonna do it. It was just like, it was kind of like, you know, like you have plans with a friend that you know you're gonna go to, but like when they cancel, you're kind of relieved.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that.
absolutely.
But
Well, they're super expensive too. If your insurance isn't covering that.
but yeah, I mean, the post insurance price would have been over $500, so I can only imagine what.
No, when I do them, I got to do them for 4 hours at a time. So I definitely take naps in there. And they're the closed up ones. They do it with contrast and without contrast. And when they do the with contrast, man, it always makes me feel like I pee myself. It's the weirdest feeling, dude. Because they inject that stuff in your veins and it like instantly makes you feel warm. It's really weird.
That is
But hey, what do you know about microdosing?
Pretty much nothing.
All right. Well, I did that for about 3 years straight. I was doing a therapy for 3 times a week for about 3 years straight, and it helped me so much. I don't take any anti-anxiety. I don't take antidepressants. I don't take. Well, that's really what I was doing it for. Those 2 things in particular, and now I still do it, but I do it just periodically whenever I feel like it's building up, which is maybe 2-3 times a year, if that. I would highly suggest looking into it. There's a really good guy. His name is Paul Stamets. Have you ever heard of him?
Nope.
He's got an entire. He's got a. It's a list. It's a list on the different strains you can do and the quantities on which to do them. What the process is, and it's super small amounts. Like
Okay.
the point is
them up.
not to. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, the point isn't. This isn't about getting partying anymore, man. This is about getting better.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good people who have been looking into this with psilocybin, and it helps. It helps, and it's not about getting your head spun or
Yeah.
feeling woo woo anymore.
Is psilocybin like legal, or am I gonna have to?
No, absolutely not. It is absolutely not. But it's not hard to find. It's really not. There are places online that claim that they sell it, but it's not. What they're selling is different. What they're selling is it's called. Fuck, what's the name? It starts with an A. It's the ones with the red and white. It's the red caps with the white spots on it. It looks like it's on a cartoon. Amanita muscaria. That's what it's called. Educational purposes only. Amanita muscaria. It's different. It's not the same as psilocybin.
Indeed.
So, I'm just giving you the rundown on it.
Okay.
If you
Yeah,
can do your
I'll
hand-
probably message you after the live.
Okay, for sure.
I appreciate it.
I'm also
but-
doing it for the other 200 people in here. I think it's good information to have.
Also, while you're here, I'm down to do some news. If you're up for it.
I'm not. I mean, I can.
You're good.
I'd have
No.
to get it together though.
Nope, you are totally good. Don't even worry about it.
Okay,
That's why
cool.
there was a question mark.
I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared. What's up, Tickle?
Hey, how you doing, Tic Tac? Been a while.
Man, how you doing?
I just wanted to give my old pal Dan here a little advice on the anxiety, and especially if you have a smidge of high blood pressure, you would be a good candidate for this medicine. It's called propranolol. It's actually a BP medicine, but it's what I got prescribed when nothing else worked for my anxiety. And it works so well. It's non-narcotic, non-addictive, and it's super cheap on insurance. And so many people are on it. And it was like a miracle drug for me, my cousin as well. And I think it might really help you.
Interesting.
It's totally legal as long as you get a prescription.
I've never heard of, like, I know what the LOLs do, but that's always for blood pressure. I've never heard it being used for anxiety. That's cool.
Yeah, it's weird. My cousin and I both use it for anxiety and swear by it.
Nice.
But for anybody else who is interested in Tic Tac's method, that also very much works. I couldn't find a guy anymore, so I switched over to propranolol.
My psych was thinking about giving me that as well. Oh, cool. All right, Mac, we tried on you first. And
Well, I'm a hot bag down, Dan. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, me too, man. I just
right.
heard the MRIs and the other one, and I wanted to give my advice.
all
I
right,
have
yeah, no,
experience.
thank you both so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good day, man. Be safe.
I really want to try the new nose spray antidepressant. It sounds very interesting. Mac, that's got all your favorite things. Nose spray, antidepressant. Were Florida politics already gone over because I'm moving down there in a few months? Yeah. Yeah, we already talked about them. She said, wow. The only thing missing is ice cream. I'll watch the VOD. Okay. Sorry, Arflu. I mean, it was just two things. It was just gold and silver becoming legal tender, and then the more important thing, which is that DeSantis is gonna veto a bill that would overturn like a really stupid healthcare lobbyist bill. Okay. Sorry, where was I? All right, let me short life today. Do life update. All that's left. No tropics are good for memory. I don't know what that is. Okay. So, there's a few things. There's Dan have veneers. Is this lore I didn't know about? No, Dan doesn't have veneers. I think they're just complimenting my teeth. Focus/cognitive supplements. You can let me know on Discord if you want me to let's search. I don't know what that means either. Thank you, Kylie. Okay. All right. I got a few things. So first of all, no, not first of all. I don't know. Fourth of all, we've already started talking. So, yesterday, I got my first allergy shot. And this, in some backwards way, will tie back into the neurologist, I swear. So, the neurologist said, right, there's a few things that it could be aside from the stuff that we're looking into, right? So, we're looking into the blood work to make sure I'm not missing any micronutrients. Looking into the MRI and the EEG to make sure my brain's good, I guess. And then the sleep study to make sure I'm getting restful sleep, right? There were other things outside of that to look into. So, for example, she said memory issues can be caused by long-term use of antihistamine. I take Zyrtec every day because of my cats and also because of oak pollen. So I had already recently gone to an allergist to get like a comprehensive allergy test to see everything I'm allergic to, and they recommended doing allergy shots if I wanted to rid myself of the allergies permanently. So, once I heard from the neurologist that that's a possibility, that was pretty much enough to make me pull the
Come
trigger on
on,
the allergy
man.
shots. Thank you, Brittany, for the hat and mustache. My husband takes Claritin daily. I had no clue. Yeah, I mean, I haven't even looked into it besides what, hey, Erica, besides what my neurologist said. Or if I did look into it, I forgot I looked into it. Maybe there's some purple links. But what was I saying? I'm not Dan Vahai. Okay, so there's the allergy stuff, and did you hear what Parker just said happened to Dean? No. What happened? Zyrtec memory loss allergy shot. Zyrtec memory loss allergy shot. That's a good band name. Okay, and then aside from the potential Zyrtec situation, there's also like she's like, okay, even if you don't have sleep apnea, which obviously we're doing the sleep test to check if you have sleep apnea. Somebody shot at him with a BB gun. Dean is okay. Jesus. Dean just got shot at by a BB gun in his house? That's insane. If that's what happened, that's insane. No, he got pulled up on. Oh, in public? That's still insane, but you gotta spin the block for Dean. Said he was going to the store, but I don't know if he came back yet. Fucking wild. They pulled up on it. Well, did they rob him or anything, or they shot at him because he was Dean Withers? Maga will call migrants violent and then do this. Because he was Dean? That's fucking scary. Not enough info right now. He was targeted with like a drive-by shooting, apparently. That's really scary. Hey, Shauna. Yeah, I agree. It sounds like everybody said he's okay. I took allergy shots for 4 years and they worked. I'm no longer allergic to cats. That's good to hear. Yeah, so the allergy shots I'm taking twice a week for 3 months, and then it's like once a week for some amount of months, and then it's like twice a month for some amount of months, and then eventually like it's supposed to wean me off. In the meantime, do you do them yourself or I have to go? I have to go in. But I did have to get EpiPens to bring with me every time just in case. What state does Dean live? I think Colorado. Okay. So they did give me read this. Patient information on immunotherapy / allergy shots. And the reason I'm reading this to you guys is because I may have not read this front and back, so this is a good time. Yes, I already started the allergy shots. That's who I am as a person, I guess. Okay. Allergy immunotherapy, aka AIT, also known as allergy shots, is a preventative treatment used to relieve. Reminder not to dox yourself. I don't know. Thank you, Arflu. Is a preventative treatment used to relieve allergy symptoms of hay fever,
Don't boo.
allergic asthma? Thank you, Levin. Allergic asthma or bee allergy. It requires the administration of gradually increasing amounts of allergic material such as pollen, mold, dust mites, animal dander, or insects to a patient over time. Imagine getting injected with insects. These incremental increases cause the immune system to become less sensitive to the allergen. Allergen immunotherapy can lead to the long-lasting relief of allergy symptoms after treatment is stopped. The process of allergen immunotherapy begins with the injection of a weak concentration of an allergen extract. Injections of increasingly stronger concentrations are given until reaching the maintenance dose. So the maintenance dose is what I'm going to be at in 3 months. That's what they told me. And what I got yesterday was it's like a cocktail of all the things I'm allergic to. So cats, dogs, dust mites, oak pollen. Yeah, so there's the build-up phase, and then the maintenance phase. Effective maintenance is different for each person, depending on their level of allergen sensitivity and their response. Once the maintenance dose is reached, injections will decrease to once every 2 to 4 weeks. I'm allergic to life. It was a much longer timeline for me. Yeah, I imagine the timelines are different depending on who you are, or what you're allergic to, rather. Love you too, Mormon LARPer. When do I see improvement? The benefits of immunotherapy in terms of reduced allergy symptoms can begin during the build-up phase, but may take as long as 12 months. Effectiveness of AIT appears to be related to the length of treatment and the dose of the allergen. If symptoms improve, injections are usually continued for at least 3 to 5 years, sometimes longer. AIT is the only treatment with potential to cure an allergy. Many clinical studies have shown that 80 to 90% of patients' allergies improved and that the treatment usually remains... Thank you, Phil. That the treatment usually remains effective for several years after shots are stopped. I continue my current allergy medications. Yes, you should take all medications as prescribed, especially during the first year. Also have follow-up visits with your doctor, blah, blah, blah. What are the possible reactions? Local reactions are fairly common and present as redness, swelling, itching, or tenderness at the injection site. These can happen immediately or several hours after the treatment and usually subside. I didn't really have any reactions, so that's cool on my front. On our front there. Generalized reactions are much less common than local reactions. And then in parentheses it says it's less than 0.1% of the time. Any or all of the following symptoms may occur: itchy eyes, nose or throat, runny nose, nasal congestion, sneezing, tightness in the chest or throat, coughing, wheezing, also lightheadedness, faintness, flushing in the face, nausea, and vomiting, hives, and under extreme circumstances, shock. Systemic reactions require immediate treatment. You okay, Dan? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just reading my my allergy shot procedures. I have a few things, Erica. I'm doing allergy shots. My MRI for my memory issues was denied by insurance today. So we're just going over everything because I don't really feel like talking about politics. I'm just talking about my own. I don't want to talk about the country's problems, so I'm talking about my problems. Okay. Waiting period. Waiting period. Most serious systemic reactions. Thank you for asking, by the way. I appreciate that, Erica. Most serious systemic reactions develop within 30 minutes of the allergy injections. Therefore, patients must wait at the office for at least 30 minutes after each injection. You must bring your EpiPen with you for every shot. So yeah, I did kind of cheat this. I waited in my car so that I can watch my phone. But yeah, you're supposed to wait there for 30 minutes. Medically enhanced, Dan. Okay. What if I become pregnant? I don't think we need to read that part. Will insurance cover my AIT? Most insurance companies do cover AIT. There may be a copay for the serum and allergy shots. Please call your insurance provider in regards to the share. And I'm not your nurse practitioner, but I am a nurse practitioner and happy to help. Thank you, Yura. I appreciate that. Read the pregnant part. You never know. Okay, you're right. If you are or planning to become pregnant, inform the nurse or doctor before receiving allergy shots. You should also schedule an appointment with the doctor to review if your medications are safe during pregnancy. Okay. Well, are you planning? Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one in mind. Okay, most of the rest is just like legal stuff that I had to sign, like, oh, you're gonna pay for it. If the insurance, even if the insurance doesn't cover it, you're gonna pay for it. We're gonna break your legs, that type of stuff. Y'all know the that part of the form. Amy. Okay. Then she also gave me, this was before I agreed to the take your kidneys. This is before I agreed to the allergy shots, was ways to combat the allergies I do have. So my main 3 allergies were cats, or maybe it was like main 4. Cats, dogs, dust mites, and oak pollen. And dogs aren't really relevant. I don't see dogs very often, but cats, dust mites, and oak pollen are, I guess, the big 3. And so she gave me tips here that I was supposed to read months ago, and I didn't. So I'm going to read them now with all of you. There are over 94 million pet cats in the US, and because of their popularity, that number will continue to rise. Cat allergies can lead to chronic asthma. For the 30% of people with asthma, a severe attack can occur when they have contact with a cat. Studies have shown that cat allergens are everywhere, including homes that have never had pets. Because it's nearly impossible to avoid cat allergens, it's crucial to identify and treat your severe cat allergies. This talks about what causes cat allergies. Cat allergy diagnosis. Cat allergy treatment. Okay. Treatment options for cat allergies will vary depending on your symptoms and their severity. Below are some common treatments for specific allergy symptoms. Your allergist can recommend a treatment plan. Nasal. Steroid nasal sprays, oral antihistamines, or oral medications. Yeah, so I tried nasal stuff, Afrin, and what's the other one? The green one. I tried them. I don't like them. They drip down my throat. They taste weird. I don't like them at all. Why does it sound like all the blame is on cats? Just don't have allergies. Flonase, thank you. Yeah. I do take a Zyrtec every day. But allegedly, according to my neurologist, long-term use of Zyrtec can affect your memory. So, respiratory or asthma, inhaled, blah blah blah. Yeah, allergy shot, and then the third option is allergy shots, which is what we ended up deciding to do. Tips for reducing exposure to cat allergens. Okay, restrict your cat to a few rooms in the house and keep it out of your bedroom. I currently am doing this. And it very, very, very much hurts my soul because I want to sleep with Lyndon and Tuffy very much. Avoid petting, hugging, or kissing the cat. Yeah, okay. Good luck. Limit your exposure to your cat. Keep your distance and ask a non-allergic house. Okay, they're wilding with this stuff. Run a high efficiency. Okay, a HEPA. HEPA cleaner continuously in your bedroom or living room to help reduce allergens. So I do think I have one of these. I don't run it continuously. Well, no, I run the one in the living room continuously because that's where the cats live. I don't run the one in the bedroom continuously. Use a high efficiency vacuum cleaner or central vacuum to help reduce. I don't know if I have that. Long-term use of Zyrtec can cause chronic itching. Long-term use of Afrin can cause dependency. Did you hear that? Everyone, and especially one particular person in chat, long-term use of Afrin can cause dependency. The solution to reducing cat population is to send them to Springfield for the Haitians to eat. Okay. Plan ahead. If you plan on staying at a house with a cat, ask if they can be clubbed. Okay. Hypoallergenic cats, fact or fiction. You may have heard of hypoallergenic cats. These breeds are considered less likely to cause an allergic reaction, but despite popular belief, hypoallergenic. Oh, by the way, these papers, Mac, I have been planning on reading with you for weeks now, and I keep forgetting. Well, no, it's not that I keep forgetting. I started forgetting. Then last time you were here, I had them next to me so I wouldn't forget, but we just didn't get to it. I thought Afrin isn't supposed to be used long term. It's not, yeah, because it causes like addiction essentially. Run the bedroom HEPA filter from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. But it's loud. Okay. Despite popular belief, hypoallergenic cats don't exist. There are some breeds that are thought to produce lower levels of pet dander and proteins compared to other breeds. However, the type and amount of cat allergen produced can vary significantly between individual cats, and people may react more severely to one particular cat over another. Very, very true. Okay. They actually don't even mention... Bro, it's not HEPA. It's HEPA? HEPA. Okay, yeah, you're right. It's HEPA. Dehumidifier helps with dust mites. Oh, we're gonna get to the dust mite fact sheets in a moment. But in Florida, I probably should already have a dehumidifier, right? They didn't even mention. So I get the cats Purina Live Clear. Wait, I think it's pronounced. I think it's Purina Live Clear, which is supposed to reduce their allergens. So, like, I'm getting better with the cats, but I still take Zyrtec. So hopefully with the we did it. The one thing off the to-do list. Hopefully with the allergy shots, we won't have to do that anymore. Can they install a statewide dehumidifier? I know my dad is specifically allergic to Siamese cat dander. That's really interesting. We did it, Joe. Okay. Next, information about dust mite allergies. Dust mites are microscopic indoor insects that thrive in items like pillows, mattresses, box springs, beddings, rugs/carpets, upholstered furniture, and stuffed toys. Dust mites eat the organic matter that composes dust, like dead human skin cells, animal dander, pollen, fungi, and bacteria. Instead of drinking water, they absorb water through humidity in the air. Ah, that's where the dehumidifier comes in. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. Prior to my original appointment, I didn't realize dust mites were alive. But okay. People with dust mite allergies have an immune system response when they breathe in dust mite particles. Both the enzymes... Dan, you need to take your dust mites to the dust mite rescue. Both the enzymes in their feces and their hard shells can cause allergy and asthma symptoms. Okay, so y'all mean to tell me that all of you know that in dust, there are microscopic creatures that are depositing fecal matter that is going into our breathing air, and we're cool with that? Y'all knew this. How old is your pillow and mattress? Oh god, the mattress is old. It's on my to-do. It's on my. So I have 3 to-do lists. I have 4 to-do lists. I have the urgent, I have the short term, I have the midterm, and I have the long term. Replacing my mattress is on my midterm to-do list, but I can probably move that up to my short term to-do list. The pillows aren't that old. Literally full of dust mites, millions of them. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna sleep tonight. Yep. Bro, why is Liam here? Just let me talk about dust mites in peace. Liam's requesting chat. Wait till Dan hears about eyelash mites. I'm gonna pretend I didn't read that.
This
Hey.
conversation is gonna gross you out.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Ah!
I'm assuming that was for
James!
Liam, but man, that timing was wild.
Wait, I'm gonna wait till he sees. I want to see if it was for me. Yes. Anyways, so pillows you got to replace like every year, and if you don't, you have to laundry strip them like every couple months.
Laundry strip them?
I'll send you how I do it.
I just
You
put them in
essentially
the
throw
washing
it.
machine.
You can do that, but you need like what's that stuff called? Borax and a couple other things to like actually kill the stuff in there. Otherwise, you're just washing it and putting it, just drying it. More of it just builds up. Sorry, James. Like you actually have to have stuff in your. I use OxyClean, borax, a little bit of laundry, like powder laundry detergent, and then I let them soak for like 8 hours, and I stir them until all the sweat and the dirt and stuff is out of them. You should replace your mattress pad every 6 months. If you have a mattress topper every year,
What's a mattress
so-
pad?
yeah, like every year you're supposed to replace them.
What is a mattress pad?
It's like a memory foam you put on top of your mattress.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, every time you sweat, it's going into your pillows and your mattress. It doesn't matter if you have sheets and protective stuff on there; it's still going to get in there. It's gross. If you like ever Google what dirt mites look like in your pillows and your mattress, you will replace them once a month. Like it's disgusting.
God. Okay, well, good to know.
So that's why laundry stripping exists for those of us that can't replace our pillows every couple of months. I do it to my couch cushions. Like we do it to everything in the house because it freaks me out. And there's your distraction.
Sorry.
You're all right. And somebody was talking about lash mites. I'm gonna let you look that one up when you have a minute, because I don't want to spoil that one for you.
Okay, perfect.
But that's all I got.
All right, thank you so much, Ange.
What?
Please look at lash mites. Nope, I think I'm good. Obama. Thank you, Rose, and thank you, James, for the dino. I know that was for Liam. Liam, take a hand, bro. Okay. Okay, so both the enzymes in their feces and their hard shells can cause allergy and asthma symptoms. That's my allergy treatment. Your allergist can recommend a treatment plan, blah, blah, blah. Okay, tips for reducing bedroom exposure to dust mites. Let's see how many of these are Ange approved. Avoidance is the best way to manage your mite allergy. You can't completely eliminate dust mites from your home, but you can significantly reduce their number. Below are some tips to help reduce your exposure. Oh dear, that was an authoritative paper, Russell. Y'all know tardigrades are my spirit animal. I do like tardigrades. You know that meme where the guy's like, what's this? I can't remember exactly what he says, but you know what I'm talking about. You know the vibes. All right. Did I come here so I can think about all the bugs that live on me? No, now I itch. I'm sorry, Bog. Okay. Use allergen-proof bed covers. Keep your mattress box spring and pillows in dust-proof allergen-blocking covers. Okay? This is something I could have done months ago if I had just read this piece of paper. Wash bedding weekly. Okay, I already do that. Okay, wash all bedding, including sheets, blankets, in hot water at least 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Bro, I gotta measure my water now? Mite talk is crazy. If bedding can't be washed, put it in the dryer for at least 15 minutes at a temperature of 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Freezing non-washable items for 24 hours can also kill dust mites. So add that to the list. Got it. Bro, I told you about this months ago when I got my allergy. I forgot. I'm a forgetty boy. I'm forgetful. Do we need another thing to be depressed about? Yeah, I guess add it to the list. Okay. Bedding choices matter. Use freshly washed cotton bedding, sheets, and pillowcases. Use cotton polyester or synthetic fiber blankets. What else would I be using? Great, now I have to fit my mattress in my freezer. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna light my bedroom on fire. Thoughts? Declutter. Anything that collects dust collects mites. Remove laptop decor, remove tabletop decor, books, and magazines / newspapers from your bedroom. That I think I'm good on. Generally, I do keep things not too cluttered, especially in my bedroom. This is something that I hated about my mom's. Growing up, my mom used to have every dresser top would have like these doilies. I don't even know what to call them. I don't know if they're a thing anymore in the year 2025. But they were like ornate fabric things that she would put on like the top of a dresser. I know what you're talking about. Okay. Lace. Yeah, like lace. It wasn't a tablecloth. No. They were lacy. They had like holes in them where you could still see. They were crocheted. Yes. I hated these because number one, it was easy to lose things like on them, right? And number two, like if you doilies, yeah, long, big lace doilies. Yes. They snag and they pull stuff. It was a whole, and I remember one day, I think I was maybe 13 or 14, I realized I had free will. And I just took it off of my dresser. And I felt so much better. Just not because of dust, but just because like it felt so much cleaner to me. And I remember I think I remember that day. Oh yeah, my brother. Okay, my brother knows what I'm talking about. Okay. And I remember first of all, yes, they are very dusty. But my mom would wash them regularly. My mom wasn't like a dirty person or anything. But I remember when my mom first saw it, she's like, why did you take the thing off? And I was like, why was it in there in the first place? And she didn't have a good answer. It was just like one of those, like, it's the way things are done kind of answers. You know what I mean? Like that's just what we do. We put that on dressers. Like, well, I'm good on that. I never met someone who watched them. No, my mom definitely watched them. I don't know how often, but she definitely watched them. This is Dan's debate, Horge. We did it to protect the wood. That I don't remember if that was her reason. Okay. General maintenance and other recommendations. They protect the dresser top. I mean, that's fair because back then people would spend like an exorbitant amount of money on their furniture. Nowadays, we just buy some bullshit from IKEA or Facebook Marketplace, right? Like I feel like the culture's so different now. We'd rather if we're gonna spend money on something, we're gonna spend it on like an experience, not like a really nice dresser. Also, none of us have money anymore, so there's that. Okay. Hey, Nunya. Hey, Ryan. It's because we're all broke. Yeah. We're not as materialistic. Yeah, I think overall. Okay. Like, you don't know how many times I've seen something that I'm like, ooh, I want to buy that. And then I just take a picture of it and I was like, this is good enough. And I just keep moving. Okay. General maintenance, other recommendations and tips. Remove dust. Use a damp or oiled mop or rag to clean up dust. This helps dust from becoming airborne. Okay, obvious. Install a high efficiency media filter. Look for a filter with a MERV, a minimum efficiency reporting value of 11 or 12. Leaving the fans on will create a whole house air filter. All right, chat. I gotta check my MERV. Hold on. Nobody, give me a second. I'm checking my MERV. Okay, it doesn't say it on the filter, so I'm gonna check. Okay, it's MERV 12. So we're actually doing good in the MERV department. MERV 12. Keep humidity low. Maintain an indoor humidity level of under 50%. A dehumidifier or air conditioner can keep. All right, so I'm gonna put dehumidifier on my to-do list. The allergen-proof bed covers. Allergen. / pillowcases. If you have a good AC, you don't need a dehumidifier. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how good the AC is. Is there a way to test? So they said, hold on. They said maintain an indoor humidity level of under 50%. So, like, is there a way to test my humidity level? Check your humidity. How? Def change the filter. I change the filter every 3 months. Hydrometer. I'd say it's under 50. Well, based off what? Vibes? What do you mean? I have a meter. It's cheap. Okay, hydrometer. Hydrometer. Okay. Our thermostat has a humidity percentage. I don't have a bougie thermostat like that. You can also vacuum your mattress. I'm just going to replace the mattress. Did you hear what happened to Dean? Yeah. I hope he's okay. A typical house with AC will probably be 40 to 50%. Or, okay. Vacuum regularly. Vacuuming carpet and upholster furniture removes surface dust. Fortunately, I don't have carpet or upholster. What happened? Apparently he got shot at with a BB gun. Which is really scary, by the way. But Parker said he's okay, I think. Oh, okay. He posted 20 minutes ago. Some lunatic just followed me and my girlfriend and shot at us with a BB gun, grazing my girlfriend's hair. After missing, thank God they were a terrible shot. They fled the scene. That's horrible. When he was live today? Apparently just recently. Like they left the house. Okay. I think we're done with this form. So what we added the relevant information to the to-do list. We got the hydrometer, got the allergen bed covers and pillows. We're also gonna replace the mattress and the pillows. Gonna sleep in a bubble. Wait, you moving? No, we're trying to avoid dust mites. Okay. What are we reading? I just joined, sorry. We're reading tips that my allergist gave me to deal with allergies. Okay, avoid shag, Chanel, or other textures with noticeable surface. Okay, use a bed frame and or bedroom furniture made of metal or wood. Synthetic fiber rugs are washed at least. Remove upholstered furniture. Drape. Oh, I should wash my drapes more often than when I. I think I've washed my drapes once, ever. Yeah, we gotta wash the drapes. There are dustproofing products available which help stop dust formation on furniture, rugs, blah, blah, blah. Using this type of product in a dust-free room. What are these products they're referring to? It says dustproofing products. Oh, is it like a spray? Oh, it is a spray. Dust thing. Spray? I don't know. That sounds like a scam. All right. Well, air quality recommendations and care. We did this one already. Have you tried not having allergies? Well, I mean, that's what the allergy shots are for. Soon we will get there, hopefully. Okay. Cleaning and removal tips. To start, remove furniture, decor, and soft goods like pillows, bedding, rugs, carpeting, and curtains/drapes. Empty all closets and store clothes and shoes in another room. If that's not possible, you can keep clothes meticulously clean and dust-free by storing them in plastic bags or garment bags. Be sure that all clothes have been put away, are well aired before wearing them. Shoes can be kept in boxes off the floor. Below are some strategies to help keep you clean and prepare your dust-free room. Who has time for all this? I don't know. Seal all furnace pipes leading into the room, leaking windowsills and drafts. Clean ceilings, walls, and floors with soap and water, including inside closets. Scrub the bed frame with soap and water, then dry with a lint-free rag. Wash any mold on the walls. I mean, if you have mold on the walls, you probably worry about that more than the dust mites. Removing dust mites is a full-time job. Yeah, bro, I'm not cleaning my closet walls with soap and water. I'm sorry. I don't got time for that. Okay. General maintenance. A dust-free room must be cleaned daily with oiled or damp cloth. You already lost me. It also needs a thorough and complete cleaning once per week. Make sure the allergic person isn't in the room during the cleaning. If possible, keep the room for sleeping only and dress in another room. Bro, they're kicking me out of my bedroom? Just wear a gas mask. Always brush clothes and shoes before entering the bedroom since they can carry in allergenic pollens, mold, and dust. Keep the doors and windows of the bedroom closed as much as possible, especially when not using the room. An air conditioner may be needed during the summer to keep the room comfortable for sleeping. Consider using a dehumidifier to keep the humidity below 45%. Below 35% is better to help prevent mold growth and dust mites. What if you just recruit any man to convince the mites to just leave you alone? Seems easier. This used to be my routine when my OCD was really bad. It sounds like they're encouraging it. Yeah, I mean, hopefully the allergy shots work because I'm not doing all this. If all else fails, consider leaving the planet. Pets such as dogs, cats, and birds may contribute to dust allergies and should be kept out of the house. Okay. All right. Whatever. Sheets 1 and 2 are okay. This sheet is some bullshit. This is from the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America. They didn't even say so. The other sheet said keep your dogs or cats out of your bedroom while sleeping. That's hard, but I understand it. This one said keep them out of the house. Oh, well, okay then. Big allergy is tricking you. Lipton sent to your doctor. Okay, we already read. All right, we read about the allergy shots. Avoid crumpling paper to get rid of dust mites. Okay. Dan, just sleep outside and Linen and Tuffy keep the house. Seriously, look up Norwex mattress cleaner. Okay. X. Okay, got it. All right. To sum up, Dan's ways stealing my reposts. I don't know what that means. To sum up, Norwex is an MLM. Oof. Where was I going? Just moved to the Everglades, no dust there. Have y'all seen the guy who just like goes to the Everglades to find Burmese pythons? You repost almost every video I do? Oh, I see. Great minds think alike. Fishing Garrett. Thank you, Chris. Exact person. Okay. Sum up. We went to an allergist a few months ago. Okay. Excuse me. They determined I was allergic mostly to cats, dogs, dust mites, and oak pollen. Now, we just read out tips for combating some of these allergies. Most important thing we're doing right now is we just started doing allergy shots, which, with some luck, in a few years, will cure me of all allergies. Now, that said, another thing that pushed me to doing the allergy shots was my neurologist said that one thing that can cause memory loss issues is long-term use of antihistamines. Now, if you're wondering about my neurologist, like you just got here, so I went to a neurologist because I've had short and long-term memory issues. And so my neurologist gave me a few things to do. Number 1 was blood work to make sure I'm not missing any micronutrients. That came up normal. Number 2 is an MRI. My insurance denied that today, so that's not going to happen. Number 3 and 4 were a sleep study to make sure I'm getting restful sleep and don't have sleep apnea. Number 4 is an EEG. I did both of those. I haven't gotten the results yet. I'll probably get the results in July when my follow-up is with my neurologist. Now, aside from the allergies and all those tests, the neurologist also gave me some helpful information for sleep hygiene. Because even if I don't have sleep apnea, it is possible that I'm getting non-restful sleep, leading to some of my memory loss issues. So, regular bedtime and rise time. Having a consistent bedtime and rise time leads to more regular sleep schedules and avoids periods of sleep deprivation or periods of extended wakefulness during the night. Now, I want to shout out my girlfriend Mac because she pushed me to set alarms. Why is life so much work? So right now we have hold on. Okay. We have an alarm at 11:45 p.m. Eastern, which is for me to take my nighttime pills and end my live. Okay? So 11:45 is like the reminder for me to like hard stop, end the live. 12:30, leave the office. 1 a.m. Wind down my phone usage. This is something I always fall asleep with my phone in my hand like this. Okay. And so what I want to start doing is getting like usually I fall asleep to YouTube video. So I want to start getting a YouTube video ready to listen to while I'm going to sleep, but not watch. Because usually the YouTube videos that I pick are something interesting enough for me to be for me to want to hear it, but boring enough that I'd fall asleep. And for the most part, that could be something to just listen to. Fluoxetine. No, it's a nasal spray. I don't want it. Thank you though. GOP debates. No, it's usually like speedrunning world record histories and stuff like that. But Futurama is a perfect show to fall asleep to. There's even a subreddit dedicated to it. I could see that. But Cowboy Bebop is another really good one. Fluoxetine is a pill. Okay, hold on. Fluoxetine is an antidepressant and belongs to the medicines known as SSRIs. Wait, why would I try this? I just watch How I Met Your Mother and have every night for 10 years. Wow. I'm not going to lie to you. I used to watch How I Met Your Mother religiously, and I don't think I've seen a single episode since the finale. It helps with my depression and anxiety. How is it different than things like Lexapro or like Wellbutrin? Like what's the I don't know if I've ever heard this one. Oh, it's Prozac. Yeah, I don't know how these are different. What's your favorite Pokemon for no particular reason? Let's go with Golurk. I miss Barney, self high five. It's not different, it's just another options. Okay, yeah. Now, these alarms are based on where I'm starting my lives now. But ideally, I do want to go back to a 7 p.m. start time rather than an 8 p.m. start time. This morning, I woke up before my alarm. I woke up at 8:30. So I'm hoping that tonight we can keep that going, keep a healthy sleep cycle going. Because we watched The Office, Friends, New Girl, and Grace and Frankie. Yeah, I used to watch Office clips as well. That's another one that I fall asleep to. Wellbutrin made me madder than a motherfucker literally all the time. I don't think I've ever heard... Okay, maybe not ever, but most people I hear have negative reactions to Wellbutrin. What is this live about? It's just about my life. Okay, so anyway, long story short, Mac is helping me with keeping a regular bedtime and rise time. The most important thing for me personally is I need to never take a nap again because naps are the death of me. I don't know what it is. I don't know why naps feel so good. Like I can fall asleep for a nap way easier than I can fall asleep at night after I could do 12 hours of manual labor and another 8 hours of like mental labor, and I still would fall asleep easier during a nap than going to sleep at night. I don't understand it, but I have to avoid naps because naps destroy weeks of hard work. Okay, avoid napping. Literally the next on the list. Wait, I pre-read, except I didn't pre-read it. Wellbutrin worked for me because I wasn't producing dopamine anymore. Oh, I can't nap. Never been able to. When did you notice you had an issue with memory loss? Unironically, Nunya, I don't remember. Avoid napping, especially naps lasting longer than 1 hour and naps late in the day. Okay. Limit alcohol. Recommendations are typically focused on... Thank you, swearing. Are typically focused on alcohol in your bedtime. Alcohol initially sedating but activating as it is metabolized. Alcohol also negatively impacts sleep architecture. So I don't drink very much, right? When are you going to stop grifting? I don't know, man. I don't know. Once all my bills are paid, I guess. Jim, can you define grifting? I'm curious. So anecdotally, I don't know if anyone else agrees with me. When you drink, right, and you don't have to be drunk, but you get like tipsy and you start to feel a little tired. It's like so much easier to fall asleep, but it's really hard to stay asleep. Like think about back in your like early 20s, how many times you'd wake up in the middle of the night, after falling asleep from alcohol. Grifting is when you own the maggots. Drunksomnia, yeah. Yeah, so I already don't really drink very much. I maybe drink, I don't know, twice a month. Limit caffeine. Okay, this one, caffeine, close your ears. Avoid caffeine after lunch. The time between lunch and bedtime represents approximately 2 half-lives for caffeine, and this time window allows for most caffeine to be metabolized before bedtime. So yeah, essentially no coffee outside of the morning. It's also very hard. Without the nap, like what do you do at like 4 p.m.? What do you do? No nap, no caffeine? What do? You just raw dog existence? No. I mean, I guess I have to, but it's like I just don't understand how people do that. Chug a Red Bull? Red Bull is caffeine. It doesn't really... Avoid nicotine. I've never had nicotine in my life. Don't know about that. Sea salt, I can explain. Okay. Fight fuels me. Okay, exercise. Daytime physical activity is encouraged about 4 to 6 hours before bedtime, as this may facilitate sleep onset. Rigorous exercise within 2 hours of bedtime is discouraged. This is definitely... Hey, Falcon. This is definitely true. Back when I used to work out regularly, but do you have ADHD? I do have ADHD. Wait, Jim, did you define grifting, or are you just changing the subject because you don't know what you tried smelling salts to stay awake? No, I haven't. But yeah, back when I used to work out regularly, I definitely used to fall asleep easier. I really need to get back to it, especially now that it's super hot. I'm going to try swimming again. Yeah, you missed it when you were busy grifting. I'll scroll up. Jim, I'll scroll up just for you. Grifting is when you own them. Wait, no, that's what Matt said. Okay. I asked you to explain grifting. You said, yeah, it's easy. And then Kylie said, so do it. And then you said, look at this dude. Nice explanation, buddy. Real good. Real good. Okay. Jim, use your words. I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. Maybe I am a grifter. I just don't know what it means. Tell me what it means. Jim knows if he talks to himself, we can't hear him. Hey, CJ. Okay. Noise and light exposure during the night can disrupt sleep. White noise or earplugs are often recommended to reduce noise. Using blackout shades or an eye mask is commonly recommended to reduce lights. They also include avoiding exposure to television or technology near bedtime, as this can have an impact on circadian rhythms by shifting sleep timing later. Bedroom clock. Avoid checking. But yeah, I don't know why caffeine invited you. I think it was a misclick.
Oh, yeah, I don't know either.
But hey,
I didn't request. Hi.
we're having a great night.
I am having a wonderful night. I did a social thing tonight instead of working.
Wait. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jim, if you can do me a favor, I will answer you. But you just need to shut the ever-living fuck up while Falcon's talking. Thank you, Jim. Okay. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
I just, I'm pretty awkward with new people, and spend too much time working. So one of my friends convinced me to go to like a social mixer thing for activists, and the rule was that no one was allowed to talk about politics, and it was just supposed to be fun. So I went to go try and make new friends. I don't know. I'm not great with people, and I'm normally working.
Well, no, I mean it's great to get out there, especially when you don't get a chance to otherwise. So that's awesome to hear.
Yeah, so I tried to go be. I have a very small group of like friends that I've been friends with for like a decade, and I don't normally leave my bubble. So I'm trying to be better about that.
That's awesome, and I wish you luck the next time you partake.
Yeah. So
Thank you so much for coming up, even though it was caffeine's fault.
I'm actually randomly getting gas right now. But I hope you're having a wonderful day. And Jim, shut up. Dan is nice.
Thank you, Falcon. Have a good night.
Good night.
Okay, Jim, I sent you a request, and we could talk. We're gonna talk about it, man to man. Let's see it. Dad, awesome. Detective Anna Carpenter. Let's talk.
Yeah, let's talk about it man to man.
All right. What's your question? Go ahead.
When did you get your payment from the On F America tour?
I was never paid by the Honor of America tour.
Yeah, you
Okay, so we're good. We're done. We finished.
So you don't. So now you want to. Now you're not a part of it, right?
We already got. I thought that was gonna be such a better conversation. You just started with not believing me. I just haven't been paid by the Honor of America tour. Never was planning on it. There's only 2 creators that were paid, so we're just done here. You just don't know what you're talking about, right?
Right. So you're guilty by association, though, right?
Guilty of what?
Guilty of grifting.
I asked you to define grifting. You never did.
Well, you were too busy grifting to read
Okay, so
the answer.
can you define it? Go ahead.
So yeah, grifting is exactly what you're doing right now. You're up here spewing a bunch of hate and misinformation. You're asking for gifts because
Wait,
you're on the live.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Do you have a gift
I'm
goal?
reading about the
Do you have a
circadian
gift
rhythm
goal?
and sleep hygiene guidelines.
Do you have a gift goal?
Yes. You know what it is? 10
Oh,
cents.
there you go.
Hold on. I'm going to pin it.
There you go.
I'm going to pin
Yeah.
it, big dog. The gift goal
Go ahead.
is 10 cents.
Right. I don't care if it's 10 cents or $30. You're still grifting.
Wait. When you
because
go to
have a
work, are you
gift
grifting?
goal. What's your gift goal?
Wait. When you go to work, are you grifting? What's your job?
I work construction. What's your job?
Oh, okay. So you're a grifter.
Yeah, I'm a grifter.
You ask your boss to pay you. What are you doing? Why would you do that?
No, I work for myself.
Oh, you
I ask myself to pay me. Yeah. So wow.
Whoa,
How did that work
no.
out for you?
Your customers
How
don't
did that
pay
work
you?
out for you?
Your customers don't pay you?
That's funny, dude.
Wait, do
You
your
just
customers pay
totally-
you? Jim, answer the question. Do your customers pay you?
Yeah, because I do work.
Oh,
for them.
wait, you're a grifter. Why would you be paid for work that you've done?
What work are you doing? Why do you get so upset?
Well, no. Okay, so the
You're
reason
getting a little uncomfortable. You're kind of raising your voice. You're moving a little uneasy in your seat,
Okay.
or you're grabbing your microphone. Okay. Oh, settle down.
Jim,
Settle down, Dan.
I'll explain
it's
it to
okay.
you. I'll explain it to you.
Okay.
I'll explain it
Go
to you.
ahead.
So the reason I'm upset is because you've been talking so much in chat when we're actually not even talking about politics right now. Like I get it, you voted for your Orange Messiah, that's fine. We're not even talking about politics right now. We're talking about sleep hygiene. We're talking about like my life, right? And you were crashing out, and you came up immediately. You were wrong, and
I was wrong about what?
You thought I was paid by the Unfuck America tour, and I wasn't. Like you just came up loud and angry and wrong.
No, you associated yourself with the On F America tour. You did. You
Uh-huh.
don't say you didn't.
I
Don't
did, and
say
then I
you
left
didn't.
the tour. That's right.
Right. You left the tour because all the racism and everything else going along with it.
All the
right? That's
racism.
why
I
you
know that's
left
not a
it.
problem for your side of the aisle. I get that you guys don't give a fuck about racism.
Don't
but-
deflect. Don't deflect, Dan.
Okay.
Why?
Your
Why
argument.
did you disassociate yourself with them?
Your argument is that any person that is paid is a grifter, and I'm showing you the illogic, how illogical
No.
that argument is.
No. My point is, someone that is a grifter is someone that comes up here and sits here and reads misinformation, whether it's left or right, and asks for gifts. You ask for roses. You have a gift goal. You have all these other things
Okay.
up there that you want people.
I'm going to read
give
the
your-
misinformation for you again.
Go ahead.
Avoid checking the time at night. This includes alarm clocks and other timepieces. Checking the time increases cognitive arousal and prolongs wakefulness. This is what you crashed out about?
Not about anything.
Well,
You're the one up here. You can't tell me that you're not up here to
Bing,
bait
bong,
people
bong, bing, bing,
into political debate. You cannot tell me you're not up here
Well,
to do that.
yeah. So normally I do
Oh, look,
political
somebody
debates,
gave
that's
you a
right.
Galaxy. Oh, wow, they gave you $5.
Well, yeah, I'm a
You're
I'm
so
a grifter.
happy.
Wait, hold on. Of
I
course,
know you
I'm a
are.
grifter. I'm doing this all for the money. So of course they'd send me a
I know
Galaxy.
you are.
You
What do
think
do
they're
for work?
allowed? You think my chat's allowed to watch me without sending gifts? Come on.
What do you do for work?
This.
So do you send
By the way,
in
anyone
your
that watches me
taxes
knows
too?
I have a day job. Anyone that watches me
You
knows
do?
that I have a day job. Not only that, Jim. Anyone that watches me
What's your
knows
day
that
job?
whenever I thank people for gifts, I say for anyone
You
that's
do?
gifted or subbed so far, thank you so much. But nobody has to gift.
Oh,
Nobody has to sub.
wow.
All I ask for is followers.
Oh,
However,
join my fan club.
that being
Join
that
my
being the
fan
case,
club.
however, that being the case, that's just me personally. So you're already like in the wrong live. But I don't
Okay.
even blame people that do this full time. Like this isn't my full time job. But even if you went up to talk to Parker, I would tell you the same thing. There's nothing about spraying information full time that makes it grifting. You don't know what grifting is. If you'd like, I can show you the definition of grifting, and then we can talk about it together. Would that be okay?
No, the fact is that you associate yourselves with people that
No.
have no idea
I
what
did
you're
everything
doing.
right, and they indicted me.
Thank you for the gifts,
How
everybody.
about
Thank you
Mr.
for the gifts,
Jones?
everybody.
How about
Thank you.
Mr. Jones
Jim?
X? Were you big buddies with him
Oh,
too?
yo,
Mr.
you know
Jones?
what? Actually,
Oh, you probably have his number. Let me
yeah, no,
pull it
I'm
up.
getting gifts
Let's
actually
call him.
because of you. Because of you, I'm getting
Go
gifts.
ahead.
Genuinely, no.
That's so cool.
Casey, thank you so much.
That's
Thank you so much for the
awesome.
$25. F
country
this
is
guy. I'm your
Yes.
enabler.
Stupid
Thank you so
people.
much,
Yes.
Casey. James, thank you for the $10 grifting money. Thank you, James.
I wish I could put my cash up there
Wait,
so I can get
Jim,
money from
Jim,
you.
you
Yeah,
have 2
what?
coins. You're
What?
grifting. What are you doing?
Yes.
You have 2 coins.
Maybe I can stay up here a little longer and I get a few more, right?
Yeah, why are you grifting on my live?
So let's talk about politics then.
Well, no, hold on. You need to learn the definition of grifting. I don't want you, Emmy. Thank you for the chain crab. I don't want you going out and misusing the word. Right? Can we just
You're
learn the
right.
definition together? Maybe I am a grifter. Let's learn it
You're
together.
right. I take it back. You are not a grifter. I take it back.
Okay.
You are not.
All right.
You're not a grifter.
I appreciate that.
You are a person up here trying to give information to people, and they are taking it in. I take it back. You are not a grifter.
Thank you, Emmy. Okay. Now, do you think that anyone that talks about politics but does it full time, unlike myself, is a grifter, or do you think only some of them are grifters?
I have, because the information has come out now that so many people are doing it, like they're putting up these things like up there like Trump hates America or whatever. You know, they're doing that intentionally to get people in there and rage bait, clickbait, whatever you want to call it. They're
Correct.
doing it intentionally to get people in there. And, you know, there's a couple people that are on here that will bring people up and they will call them, you know, racist and you're misogynist, and they really aren't. They're people that just got to get caught up in. They get caught up in the political realm. They do.
Mm-hmm.
They can't do anything about it. So the people make money off that though. That's the problem. That's what I can't stand is the people that make money off people that are really, you know, they join a live, they want to maybe learn, but they get caught up and they get blocked, they get muted for no reason.
Okay.
Right?
I understand your, Emmy, thank you for the dinosaur. I understand your contention. Now, do you think that perhaps some of those captions that are triggering you are actually just good to bring in people to speak to?
Oh, I think it is. I think it does do a good, it does a good service and it does a disservice at the same time because people are so mad when you say, like, let's say you have a military, someone that served in the military, they voted for Trump, right? And the caption says, if you voted for Trump and you're a veteran, you hate America. You know, that person does not really believe they hate America. They don't. They
Right.
genuinely don't believe that
Of course.
person, you know, 75 years old, he doesn't hate America. He
Right.
doesn't.
So the goal
Right.
is he would come up, right? Because he knows in his heart, he's like, I don't hate America. He requests up.
Right.
And then people like
Right.
myself or like Parker or whoever else is doing these lives will explain why voting for Donald Trump and what that and the baggage that comes with it proves that this person either does hate America or didn't realize that they were voting alongside anti-America policies, right? So one of two things is going to happen. It's either they're going
Right.
to experience cognitive dissonance and it's going to be entertaining to watch them crash out, or they're going to learn something and be like, oh shit, I didn't know Donald Trump dodged the draft 3 times with
Right.
pretending he had bone
Right.
spurs. I didn't know that Donald Trump was planning on cutting VA benefits because the richest man on earth told him to do it. I didn't know that Donald Trump made an ad in a restricted section of the Arlington Cemetery. All of these things would point to the fact that if you're a vet, you probably shouldn't be voting for Donald Trump. And yet, a lot of these people don't know this stuff.
Right, but they are looking at it from a viewpoint of they do not want another 4 years of Joe Biden, regardless of who the candidate is. They don't want it. You know what I mean?
I get that.
And Trump's the other option.
So
They don't want it.
What you're doing now is you're explaining their perspective, right? And when they explain their perspective, that's a conversation that this platform has facilitated. Whether it's a conversation that ends well or poorly, there's still hundreds, or in some people's cases, thousands of people that are learning something. So I don't see why that's a problem unless the person up here is lying. That's when it becomes a problem for me. That's when I call somebody a grifter.
Well, right, and that's where I bring up someone who, in the whole realm of TikTok, this Jones X, who is on the left, and he was whatever he was doing was wrong, right?
Mhm.
And all these people are you don't see it. You don't see it on the right as far as like it's being brought. I'm not saying it's not big news like it is now with
Okay.
him. I'm just
No,
saying.
That's a good point. The reason it's not big news is because the left holds our people accountable, whereas the right don't. If the right held their people accountable, Donald Trump would have not only not won the 2024 primary, he would probably be partaking in his trial for the January 6th insurrection as we speak.
Well, I disagree because I believe that if the media really did their job, Kamala Harris, it would have been way worse as far as voting. It would have been, if they had really done their job as far as her as a candidate. She was not ready. She was not prepared. It would have been even bigger of a blow up because there was 14 million people that didn't vote compared to 4 years ago. So
Falcon, thank you for the mark of love. Okay, so this is another thing, just like the Unfuck America Tour thing. This is another thing that you read somewhere and you ran with.
Stupid people.
14 million was the number like 2 days after the election. When all the votes were actually counted, Kamala only got 6 million less than Joe Biden. That's a far cry from 14 million. This type of misinformation, all of the 2 things I just mentioned, these are small, but it all adds up. And it's usually the people that are more misinformed end up voting for Donald Trump, and the people that are more informed end up voting for Kamala Harris. That's what it seems to be. Whenever we have these conversations, it always seems to be that the people that are less informed voted for Donald Trump.
I get that, but you still had a majority of people that were, I don't remember the numbers are, black men that voted. The numbers were higher than they were before with the 2020 election as far as what the votes that
They
that
take
Trump
in the
got.
geese.
Thank you, Eddie.
So
Donald Trump won the election. No one is denying
Come on,
that.
man.
Donald Trump won the election. He won.
Okay.
He gained voter share in pretty much every demographic.
Right.
There's no one denying
So
that.
what do you think? What do the Democrats have to do in 2028? What do they have to do? And what is the vote they have to get? They have to make up to win that election. What do they have to do?
Thank you, Falcon. All right, so I'm gonna answer this last question, and then I'm gonna go back to what we're doing because we did get a dino before. Okay, so I personally, I'm not sure why Republicans like yourself are so interested in that. The reality is that every single party or candidate either lost seats or lost their election in 2024 because humans have a very common logical fallacy known as the causation correlation fallacy. So most people on planet Earth, not just America, saw record inflation and thought that that must have been the incumbent party, in this case, Joe Biden, right? When you combine that with the fact that this country in particular happens to have a misogyny and racism problem, you get a candidate that got 6 million fewer votes than Joe Biden did. Now, do I think the Democratic Party has places to improve? Absolutely. But do I think those are places that would attract more Republican voters? Probably not. Because Republican voters want something, based on their last vote, Republican voters want something that this country, I don't think deep down wants, which is an authoritarian, which is fewer human rights, and we're good on that, bro.
Well, that's fine, and we're going to disagree because we want something different than Joe Biden, who we obviously know that was a cover-up, that he was cognitively not there.
Yeah,
We
based
know
on your
that
vibes and feelings, I understand.
it's not my feelings; it's fact. You're going to honestly sit here and tell me that he could have run another 4 years as president?
He was more coherent than Donald Trump, and that's where we're going to disagree. That's
fine.
Okay, Pat, I'm sorry. I know we got double dino, but I thought like he came in super hot and he decided to like have a conversation, and I kind of wanted to see where it went. But Falcon, thank you for the dino. Donald ran into a wall today. Oh, correction. He almost ran into a wall if Mike Johnson hadn't stopped him. And it was yesterday. Typical libs spreading misinformation. What? To be fair, Neely, he did apologize for calling me a grifter. He changed his mind. Okay, but yeah, Falcon, thank you for the dino. Sarah, thank you for the big shout out. Falcon, thank you for the hat and mustache. Addie, thank you for the lax goose. Falcon, thank you for the mark of love. Who sent that first dino? Falcon, thank you for the fireworks. Emmy, thank you for the first dino. I'm sorry, I owe you a dino because I definitely didn't honor that dino. So you have a free kick or free kick vote. Okay, where were we? Also, I was in the heat of the moment, but I am gonna once again thank. Oh, Israel, thank you for the $10 for Jim's diaper fund. Israel, thank you so much. James, thank you for the $10 for the grifting money, and then Casey, thank you for the $25. F this guy, I'm your enabler. Thank you all so much. He changed his mind after getting his 4 coins. You know what? Money changes people. Money changes people.
Concepts of a plan.
Thank you, Carol, for the paper crane. Oof, thanking Israel. Oh, I'm gonna get clipped out of context. No, the Israel money, the Zionist money, no. Okay. Where were we, chat? We were spreading misinformation. Dana's gonna get canceled. Wait, imagine if that was the long game. It was that was the whole point. To clip me out of context. This will fuel lives for the next week at least. Canceled. LOL, I know it wasn't actual Israel, just jokes. No, I know. Tardigrades and HEPA filters. Okay, yeah, let's get back to that. I do want to remind, there are new people here. Reminder, if you live in the state of Florida, please contact your local representative and make sure that they vote to override Ron DeSantis' veto. Ron DeSantis is planning on vetoing a bill that would overturn the Florida Wrongful Death Act. The Wrongful Death Act prevents anyone from suing for medical malpractice if that person is not the spouse of the dead patient or a child under 25 of the dead patient. So if you're an adult child or a divorced spouse or anything like that, you cannot sue for medical malpractice in the state of Florida. This is the only state in the country that has a law like this. The legislature voted to overturn this law finally. After 35 years, they finally were able to overturn it. And DeSantis is planning on vetoing the bill that overturns it. So if you're in Florida, make sure you could call Ron DeSantis' office. I have no faith in Ron DeSantis. Make sure to call your state representatives and tell them to override his veto because fuck that guy. He's in the pockets, or is he in the pockets, or are they in his pockets? The healthcare lobbyists and insurance lobbyists are in his pockets. What's the phrase? He's a grifter. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Where was I going with this? Dan, stop spreading misinformation about dust mites. He is the pockets. Hold my pocket. Definitely contact your legislatures, but the governor office is closed for business. Yeah. Whoever is being paid is in the pocket. Okay. He is in the pocket of big insurance and big healthcare, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Where were we? Right. Don't look at bedroom clock. Okay. Evening eating. Avoid a large meal close to bedtime. Eat a healthy and filling, but not too heavy meal in early evening, and avoid late night snacks. Easier said than done. Okay, so then he also gave me a phone number for behavioral health, cognitive behavioral therapy, aka CBT. Now, I was under the impression that CBT stood for cock and ball torture. So it threw me for a loop when she first mentioned it. But then it was a specialization for CBT in insomnia. So insomnia CBT. Additional interventions if the above do not work. That would keep you up for sure. Context, Dan, context. Okay. Avoid sedating meds, benzos, opiates, GABA, antihistamines, and alcohol in general, especially in your bedtime. Try sleep time tea or chamomile. Ooh, you know what, chat? We're going to try some chamomile tea. Right after this live, I'm doing some chamomile tea. If you have difficulty sleeping or odd sleep hours, can try melatonin 1 to 2 milligrams at 1 to 2 milligrams. I take at least 10 milligrams. Do they even come in 1 to 2 milligrams? When was this written? Okay. Yeah, I do forget. Now, again, the whole point of this is that I have memory problems, right? I used to take melatonin anytime I wanted to fix my sleep cycle, and it was really effective at doing that. And I've since forgotten to take melatonin for months. I forgot about its existence. So it does really get frustrating forgetting the things that are supposed to help me not forget. But anyway, she also recommended magnesium. I'm already taking. Okay. Patient information for memory health. This is the last sheet of stuff I should have read months ago, but I'm reading with y'all now. Here we go. "2019 workout, Dan, never had problems sleeping." I mean, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. Okay, referral to audiology for drivable USF. Outpatient psych center. Driving safety. Okay, I don't. Oh, if applicable. I didn't read the if applicable part. I guess if you're narcoleptic, maybe. Magnesium glycinate or threonate. I take glycinate at night and threonate in the day. Non-pharmacological strategies. Okay, pill box, pill reminders. Avoid benzos. Yeah. Regular adequate sleep. Blah, blah, blah. This seems to be rehashing the same stuff. Mind diet recommendations. The Mediterranean DASH intervention for neurodegenerative delay diet is a hybrid of the Mediterranean and DASH diets. DASH stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. Mind diet was developed because of the 4.5-year study through National Institute of Aging. DASH diet is great. Study found people who ate more of the Mind diet foods had less risk for Alzheimer's. People who followed the diet moderately reduced their risk for Alzheimer's by 35%, and those who followed it closely reduced their risks by 53%. the healthy items the Mind Diet Guidelines suggest: 3+ servings a day of whole grains, 1+ serving a day of vegetables, 6+ servings a week of green leafy vegetables, 5+ servings a week of nuts, 4+ servings a week of beans. The study is okay, so it's a study led by Dr. Martha Claire Morris, and it was through the National Institute of Aging. 2+ servings a week of berries. Ooh, I'm lacking in the berries department. Plus meals a week of poultry, 1+ meal a week of fish, mainly olive oil if added fat is used. And then the unhealthy items include less than 5 servings a week of pastries and sweets, less than 4 servings a week of red meat, less than 1 serving a week of cheese and fried foods, less than 1 tablespoon a day of butter/stick margarine. (2019) Dan could have done this. 2019 Dan could have done this. 2025 Dan needs more reasons to live. So I don't know about all that. Physical exercise can help maintain a good blood flow to the brain and can reduce the risks of Alzheimer's. Exercise should be done regularly, 30 minutes per day, 5 days a week. Yep, this obviously is very true. How does one eat less than 1 serving of something? I guess just once every 2 weeks you eat cheese and fried foods. Exercise does not have to be a big deal or done all at once. Yeah, that's very true. Social activity. People who engage in regular social activities may maintain better health, better brain health. These include conversations, communications, family, friends, coworkers, pets, volunteering, social activity groups, religious organizations. Do you think lives count? Like, did my conversation with Jim count? Did that make my brain healthier? Mac and Dan are heading to the gym. I see a new series. Yes, it counts. Okay. Thank you, Jim. Some activities come in all forms. Get involved in local library programs, faith community groups, the Red Hat Society. Wait, bro. Who's the Red Hat Society? Oh, no. Trump must have destroyed the branding on these people, right? Worldwide membership society that encourages women in their quest to get the most out of life. Oh, no. That's so unfair. That's like, oh my God, that's like my friend Sean had a cat named Isis before, like, she was named after the Egyptian goddess, and then those fucking guys in Syria ruined it for everyone. I had a friend growing up named Isis, and she started going by Stephanie. So I actually, oh my God, in college I knew a guy. I wouldn't say it was his friend, but like we were friendly. He was, he was in my class. I knew a guy named Osama, and one time like the topic of his name came up, and he really thought about changing his name because of Osama bin Laden, but ultimately decided to just embrace it. But that's rough, man. Like, I can only imagine. Mental activity. Keeping the brain active may help to build new connections and cells in your brain, protecting you from mental decline. See the resources below for ways. Reading, writing, typing, brain games, board games. Chess. Puzzles, art. Take a class, blah, blah, blah. Brain exercise. Okay. I feel bad for people named Karen. True. Okay. The main thing here I want to look into is the Mediterranean DASH diet, because I already know about like the stuff we just read about melatonin and stuff, and I also already know about exercising and how it's good for you. Everyone knows that. It's just a matter of doing it. But I'm gonna look into that diet. It kind of just sounds like eat healthy and don't eat unhealthy. In which case, we all knew that, right? Hey, Gina. Okay. Cool. You've officially read all of the documents from my doctors that I have been meaning to read for months. Keto is the best for rapid weight loss. I don't really need rapid weight loss. Just regular weight loss is fine. Can eating healthy be the last resort? No, Mac. I think we should start eating healthy now. No thanks. Is this how it ends, Mac? For anyone that doesn't know, Mac Daddy in chat is my girlfriend, and she's amazing, and she's pretty much perfect in every way, except that she really, really likes ice cream, and it makes it very difficult to not eat ice cream every day. Kibbeh and hummus once a week. Kind of kibbeh. Kibbeneye or kibbeh deneye, or she's also a real person for the record. She does exist. Yeah, I agree, Laura. Oh, you want to hear something interesting? You want to hear something interesting? My primary care doctor, okay? This was last year. So my primary care doctor had been monitoring my blood pressure for a while now, because like while it was never so bad to like put me on pills. It was always something like, this is the only thing about you that you should be careful about. Like everything else, you're doing fine. And so last year he basically told me like, yeah, just don't eat fruit. I was like, what do you mean don't eat fruit? Like, aren't there like healthy nutrients in fruit? And he's like, yeah, but like you get those from vegetables, and like fruit has a lot of sugar. And I was like, okay, well, what does that have to do with high blood pressure? And he's like, well, if you increase like your sugar, then that like snowballs into high blood pressure. So just don't eat fruit. And hey, Sherman. And I remember what's interesting about this is I actually don't really eat that much fruit in general already. My mom always tries to shove fruits down my throat, and I usually pass for most of them. And I really like vegetables. So this was like I literally told him, I was like, my mom is gonna hate this news. Because I always tell her, I'm like, oh, I don't want this much fruit, and now I could just be like, my doctor said I can't have fruit. I do like kiwis occasionally. But like, I don't know. So like some of the berries I don't like because they get stuck in my teeth. So like blackberries get stuck in my teeth. Strawberries, it's like a 1 in 10 chance you get a really good strawberry. And then there's like an 8 out of 10 chance that it's super mid, and then there's a 1 in 10 chance it tastes like water. From now on, you can only have dates. I love dates, actually. So that works out. I said it earlier, I'm allergic to pineapple. I think we're all a little bit allergic to pineapple. Or at least our tongues are. If it wasn't for fruit, I'd never eat healthy. Yeah, I've never been a big fruit guy in general. Always really big on vegetables. Is the pineapple trying to digest your mouth? If I grow strawberries, it's all in the soil. I see. I also think like, now I don't know if this is just something that old people say, so maybe I'm just getting to that age. But when I was growing up, peaches and strawberries and orange juice tasted better. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's from mass production or GMOs. I don't know what it is. But I remember taking bites out of peaches and like, ooh, they were good. And now it's like, oof, this is okay. Fluoride, probably more GMO. But like the problem is the research shows that GMOs don't affect. Oh well, you know what? Actually, okay. So the research shows that GMOs aren't unhealthy, but That doesn't mean that they don't make things taste worse. My dad grew grapes. We had an apple trees, all sorts of berries. I'm trying to grow a fig tree now. I love figs. Figs are good. We have engineered fruit to taste better and being more nutritious, and I think that's dope. Have we? What fruits taste better now than they did like 20 years ago? I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm not tasting them. They're picked unripe because they travel so long distance to the store. Also, I don't know if this is true, but I'm pretty sure our taste buds get like weaker with age. That actually, Lauren, that sounds like the actual reason. Capitalism. But don't get me wrong, GMOs would also be capitalism, but I think like that's the more accurate reason. Missed life update. Are we leaving? No, we're not leaving. Brussels sprouts are the improvement. I like Brussels sprouts. Okay. I think we're done. DD Mega Doo-Doo. Oh my god, I love that video. The integration of Mars. I'm late. What's the poll about? Is there a poll? Okay. Let me turn this
The poll is
on.
about if Dan should go to sleep early tonight.
Oh, I think Dan should go to sleep early tonight. Oh, are fruits altered by the CIA? Yes or yes? Because I'm a grifter. I do this for the money. Oh, that got
Activity
clipped.
Arzola, yes. Yes. Thank you for the life update. Lol night Dan. Or,
Dan should
tell
call
the
Mac,
desk
then go
mites
to
we
bed.
said hi.
I agree.
Dan should call Mock and then go to bed.
Mock.
Good night. You guys are pretty cool. Did Fruits steal the 2020 election? At Ashley Headstone.
I'm definitely picking
veneers.
up the phone next time you
Good
call
night.
and calling you Mock.
We made golden rice to fight malnutrition, which is also cool.
Golden rice to fight malnutrition. Yeah, I
Bro.
didn't even know about that. Bro. Bro with a period.
At Kevy Arzola K, but this is actually true, they were involved with bananas. So many dust mites and curtains. They're watching.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Mock is
watching
diabolical.
the curtains. Hold on. Make sure I put that on my wash drapes. Okay, cool. My to-do list is so
Someone
long,
said
chat.
mocking Mock. You could try making dishes with at least one fruit added. The Demodex mites are always with you. Don Milk and Mock Daddy. Blackberries. Tomatoes are a fruit.
Blackberries get stuck in my teeth.
Pineapple on everything.
Mac
Done.
loves blackberries.
Mackie Mark and the Funky Bunch. Should I be scared for my results? LMFAO.
Wait, for what?
At Brittany, are they related to Doug Dimmadome?
I think I missed your...
At Kevy Arzola, there was a pest that was killing all the bananas. It was a whole
Suggestive.
thing. I've been trying to clean and organize my house. I feel like it will never get done. Doc Matteo.
Doc Matteo.
At Neely Light Blue Heart. Blood work. I have to go tomorrow because I've been fainting a lot lately.
Oh, I mean, I
That's
wouldn't
it.
worry about it because
At Lynn
worrying
underscore
doesn't...
Manuel underscore
worrying
Mariah,
doesn't
I
help.
think they so.
But,
The other day we had to mute Farty. It was hilarious.
oh god, not farty.
At Rose, once you finally finish pick one room to do a week, it helps so much.
One room a week.
Reagan declared ketchup a fruit for school lunches. Pineapple,
swear-
pineapple,
hold on,
apple,
hold on.
penna.
I'm pretty sure every single problem in this country, there's like a 2 degrees of separation at most from Ronald Reagan. It's so wild how it all comes back to Reagan. Like, why is income inequality so large, Ronald Reagan? Why can companies just pollute our water like this, Ronald Reagan? Why can the media just lie to us, Ronald Reagan? Why are our kids so unhealthy, Ronald Reagan? Pretty sure Off the Wagon had a series, 10 Degrees of Ronald Reagan. Why is college so expensive, Ronald Reagan? Our grandkids are going to talk about Trump like this. Oh, God. Trump is our Reagan, isn't he? The homeless problem, Ronald Reagan. The drug problem, Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan is looking up at all of us. The radicalization of the Christian right, Ronald Reagan. Stub my toe, Ronald Reagan. Can we talk about the fact that notifications pop up on the top of your screen? And a lot of the time, top of your screen is where you want to click. And so sometimes notifications pop up as you're clicking, and then you open something you didn't want to open. And sometimes that makes you like not want to continue with this experiment called life. It's so annoying. And you look desperate. Yeah. When you open a notification immediately. Oh my God. Can't relate. Okay, y'all. Fried eggs equals brain on drugs. Ronald Reagan. Doing important task and now side quest. Life is too short to care about that though. But so for me, it's not just that. It's also TikTok. So like when I open TikTok, you know, sometimes I want to press the thing at the top. So for example, right now I was checking who to raid, and so I needed to switch to my backup. I go to switch to my backup, and a pop up is like, random user 47 commented on your video, and so I go to the comment, and I'm like, and sometimes I forget what my original task was. Twitch and YouTube, I love you guys. I'm ending your streams. Bye, Twitch and YouTube. Okay, Ali, I will. Bye, Twitch and YouTube.